here recently. The tricorder's picking up numerous signs of habitation in the area. By the look of things, someone stripped this area of all useful items and moved on.
Oh, there you go, babe. What, you got 3 of those tokens, or...?
This gate appears to have been locked from the outside. When we disrupted this anomaly, it seemed to fracture, forcing more anomalies into our timeline.
Okay.
I think we might be able to use that to our benefit, though. I'll stay here and act as an anchor. Find the best spot and use your tricorder to emit the dispersal pattern again. We should be able to push those bubbles away from the gate controls. If you get stuck, I'll be able to get you out of trouble. The gate controls are trapped within an anomaly. We'll have to disperse it to use them.
Okay. You know, you could make yourself useful, Sela. But she won't.
Looks like some of the closed gateways are rusted now. Find another spot. Path to the controls. The gate's open. Try to disperse where you are. It should open an escape path for you. Excellent. The gate's open, and we can continue our search for Tanae. Well done. Before we move on, I've managed to bring the datapad online again. It might contain clues on what happened. Looks like it's a personal unit. The primary user is Lieutenant Tasha Yar of Starfleet.
Give me that! The first entry dates to 2389, nearly 40 years after she was executed. Or at least 40 years after she was supposed to have been executed.
I am Natasha Yar, Security Chief for the Federation Starship Enterprise D. Well, at least that's who I was. For the past 40 years, I've been Tal Shiar Prisoner 24601. But even that changed a week ago. Our regular supply drops from the Star Empire stopped 3 months ago. Guards started caring too much about what might be going on elsewhere in the quadrant and caring too little about their prisoners. We were able to overpower them. We've managed to recover some data pads like this one, but there isn't enough here for us to call for help or escape. I'm leaving this record in case anyone comes looking for us. Sela, if you find this, I still love you. I've missed you.
Lieutenant Yar was supposed to have been executed. My father said it happened. There were witnesses. How can... Clearly, there was some judicious alteration of history. The Enterprise C survivors were here, but something drove them away. Something more than the loss of supplies. We should continue looking for the survivors. Your duplicate of Tanae may yet be alive on this rock. It would not have been the first time. No doubt he thought she might still have been useful in some way. I can see the pity in your eyes. Keep it. His decision allowed me to become the person I am. I do not regret that.
There's a path ahead. This anomaly looks more stable than the others. It's probably less deadly, but let's not find out now.
Generators died, no one knows why. Richard thinks it might have been the big predators. Tanae thinks she might be able to salvage some of the parts. I hope she can. She's been glaring over the remains for the last 3 hours. 2 more dead. We can't stay here. The animals know the fence won't harm them anymore. I rigged an early warning system using a trick I learned growing up on Turkana 4, but that won't stop them. And we're moving. We'll build a new settlement in the old secondary supply bunker the Tal Shiar abandoned 20 years ago. The surviving guard has agreed to guide us there. Loyalty to the Tal Shiar fades. We've been stranded with the inmates.
Lieutenant Yar never discussed Turkana 4. When I was older, I discovered why. She was a survivor. It is clear that her arrangement with my father was just that. Obviously, she continued that trait into her existence here. There's more ground to cover.
There's another unstable anomaly. The anomaly has left some of the rock in a molten state.
You took readings in orbit. Surely we should continue looking. Clearly these anomalies must be connected to your mission. Now, while you take a leisurely stroll through the jungle, I will be moving on. It appears that there are more survivors than initially believed.
There's a lot of interference, but I think I'm picking up a life sign. Tanae!
Go away! Leave this place! No! Please, not again! Stay away! Stay away!
It seems your duplicate, Tanae, is still alive, and she isn't pleased to see you. I wasn't exactly thrilled to see you again, either.
She's run off, but there's an even larger anomaly close by.
It looks like it was a structure at one point, but I doubt
Another
any
temporal
survivors
anomaly,
would
and this
remain
one
in
is
a
larger than the
ruin
last.
like this.
There are temporal eddies moving through the air. There's a stable pocket ahead of you. Set up the first stabilizer there. That's the first stabilizer. 2 more to go. Fixing the anomaly restored more than I expected. We should look for clues.
Got it. Here we go.
We found an entire grove of saplings. Richard swears the same area was full of towering trees last week. Might be mistaken. We're both getting older. I thought I saw a Romulan in the brush. He was wearing a 22nd century style uniform. When I looked again, he was gone. Maybe I'm going senile. Richard, while her father was a Tal Shiar general, he spared my life in the end. Perhaps he wasn't petty and cruel to her. I hope he wasn't. If you should find this, happy 50th birthday, Sila. I have missed you. I only regret we were separated. Shelter ruined, last tricorder gone, half our stores destroyed, 5 dead. The hunters and gatherers returned to find many dead and unconscious. None of them can remember what happened.
More data pads.
Some sort of temporal inversion happened here.
Well, I suppose it was nice that Yar thought of me. But that doesn't change the fact that she was going to steal me away like a thief in the night. If she had truly cared, she would have stayed where she was. My father was not cruel or petty, at least not to me. He was hard because he needed to be. I thrived because of it. The Enterprise C survivors were surprisingly resilient. Tasha's notes are more sparse but seem to record a productive, if primitive, community. They mention a secondary site close by.
Over here! There's a path with recent footprints. I'm reading another anomaly, further down the path. Tanae might be there.
Tholians. Yep.
The Tanae anomaly and its allies must be purged.
That Tholian away team must have beamed down to investigate the anomalies. This looks to be a well-worn path. Some recent footprints here, heading the other way. They might have run into Tholians.
It seems your Vulcan passed this way recently. Perhaps the cavern... It seems many of the refugees would be alive if it weren't for the anomalies. I wonder how many are left.
I'm detecting signs of recent habitation in this location.
Maybe we'll find more answers.
This was some sort of dwelling up until a few months ago. If I'm reading this right, there's an explosion of tetrion particles here. A fatal one.
Well, this little history lesson here has been fun.
The anomalies are temporal in origin. Today hasn't been.
Well, apparently, the Tasha Yar.
I have agreed to report the final words of Natasha Yar and to hold this log for the future. If there is one. If it isn't here already.
Well, Tasha Yar wasn't. She wasn't killed like her maternal Romulan daughter said to Picard that she was. She didn't die. She wasn't executed. She ended up being sucked through a temporal whatever whatchamacallit, and they frickin'
Natasha Yar died. Do not come near me.
yeah. So that's a lot of weird shit's happening right now. A lot of temporal eddies and things like that. You know, time. It's a lot to do with the temporal accords, time shifting, shit like that. A lot of dangerous stuff.
I think I see movement in the bushes. Tanae?
Stop following me! No! Go away! I told you to stay away! I am dangerous. You should not be here. No one can be here. No! Not again! Oh!
What the hell is going on with
Not
this
again!
woman?
There's a new anomaly forming.
Tholians!
Fucking Tholians.
Purge the anomaly. Purge the contamination.
Tanae, the anomalies that have been occurring were caused by decades of temporal interference. Because of what happened with the Enterprise C, you exist in two.
I see the logic in your presence here. I am anomalous. My presence here must be sufficiently reconciled to preserve the order of things. I presume you are here to accomplish this. Thus, I will go with you.
Oh yeah, we're coming up on Tasha Yar's grave site.
All this time, she was here. I believed she was dead. Tasha believed I might come looking for her. She believed it so strongly she left logs in case. Tanae held her logs for her. And now, she is truly dead. This place has led to some interesting revelations, shall we say? I think it best we leave before more Tholians show up.
Here we go. We're gonna have to mess around with the Tholians again eventually. Oh, God. Well, babe, like I tell you, good luck. Well, I can probably help you with that. Shit. It's only the Borg. They're not that big a deal.
Looks like we beamed up just in time. Several Tholian ships are...
Any more Tholians?
Something is happening. It's happening again. Another anomaly is forming.
It's the fucking Tholians the ones doing this shit.
I see you found my displaced temporal counterpart. Well done. An operations team is standing by on this vessel to assist with her temporal reintegration. Please beam her aboard, and we will begin the process. It is possible that I may acquire a new set of memories as part of the process. A small price to pay to stabilize the timeline. As it has been said, the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. Or the one. I see. Having read the briefing from Starfleet Command, I find her presence here to be most logical, considering the situation. Very well. I will take custody of Sela and deliver her to a secure facility once the reintegration procedure is complete. Beam her aboard with my temporal counterpart.
It seems our journey is at a parting of the ways once more. I did, and I will. But I have a condition to my surrender. Tell me about my mother.
It's Data. Data is the one that tells Tasha Yar about her mother. Which is unlikely.
The timeline is stabilizing. Anomaly counts are dropping, and our agents are reporting a decline in temporal aftershocks due to recent events. That's a good thing.
Nice.
By the way. The aftershocks of our recent discoveries on Pictet may
Babe, are you
take some
fighting the
time
Borg
for
now?
Sela to resolve, however. I hope she's able to find a sense of peace and closure from what she's learned today. I'll be heading back to Temporal Command once we've fully integrated the two Tanays. Be seeing you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stay safe out there.
Let's see. I love you too, babe.